Back from a whirlwind visit to the war zone, President Obama today faced the twin realities of stubbornly high unemployment and a big decision over what to do about the Bush-era tax cuts. The president was traveling to Afghanistan yesterday when we learned the unemployment rate rose to 9.8% last month. And then today he got home in time to witness some colorful political theater on Capitol Hill over one of his key campaign promises, middle-class tax relief, which tonight is looking more like class warfare. NBC's Mike Vicara is at the White House to start us off tonight. Mike, good evening.
Good evening, Lester. The clock is ticking on those Bush-era tax cuts and tempers are running high. But some are hoping that a partisan clash today in the Senate can lead to a bipartisan compromise within a few days. Arriving home with the dawn, the president, after his surprise trip to Afghanistan. And later at midday, offering his first reaction to the latest bad news on unemployment.
Despite 11 consecutive months of private sector job growth, despite creating more than 1 million private sector jobs this year, it's not enough.
But the big issue today, taxes. With rates for all Americans set to go up at the end of the month, the fight in Congress spilled over into the weekend.
Because you New Yorkers think you can make us Midwesterners look bad.
Senate Democrats forced votes on keeping rates lower for the middle class, but allowing them to rise for wealthier Americans.
But let us not give tax breaks today to the millionaires and billionaires of this country who in many ways have never had it so good.
Republicans counter that any tax hike now would be a blow to a still fragile economy.
And we feel you should not raise taxes on anybody during a recession.
A solid wall of Republicans, joined by a handful of Democrats, voted no.
The motion is not agreed to,
leaving supporters short of the 60 votes needed to pass. With the outcome never in doubt, Republicans called the debate a waste of time.
Until the partisan votes have been cast, and then and only then will people sit down to seriously negotiate how we're going to resolve the issue.
Those negotiations are already underway, with top administration officials meeting with congressional leaders behind closed doors. Many expect Mr. Obama to agree to a temporary extension of cuts for the wealthy, coupled with a renewal of unemployment benefits. With today's votes out of the way, the president called for quick agreement with Republicans.
It will require some compromise, but I'm confident that we can get it done.
With the jobless rate a top concern, Mr. Obama also touted a breakthrough. New agreement with South Korea on a tariff-lowering trade pact, potentially the biggest of its kind since NAFTA.
And all told, this agreement, including the opening of the Korean services market, will support at least 70,000 American jobs.
And Lester, that trade deal is not a done deal quite yet. It requires congressional approval, and while trade is one area where Republicans are expected to cooperate with the president, already one prominent Democrat has come out against the deal. Lester?
Mike Vicara at the White House, thanks.